Last year, I bought myself something special, something that I've wanted for years, something that always felt like unobtainium. But the stars aligned, and I was able to do it. And I got myself this, my 2012 Caterham Super Sport. And not long after buying it, the differential decided to go on me. So here we are with the poor thing on jack stands, where it's been for about 2 months, maybe a little more. And I need to finally get this thing on the road so I can actually enjoy some of the Scottish summer that we're having. Now, I'm not trained. I'm using YouTube to do this, but I think we got it. I already managed to get the differential out of the car, sent it down to the guys at Roaded Race, where they upgraded it to a sintered plate differential for all you nerds out there. It's a cheaper upgrade, but it's tried and true. Shouldn't go bad. So what I think I'm going to do is make this little video, try to put this thing back together, see how it goes, and hopefully once we get it back on the road, we can make a little video about what it's actually like to drive and own a Caterham, because there's a lot to learn on these cars. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so one of the worst things I learned when taking this thing out was it's really hard to keep it steady when you're by yourself. So I'm taking a little video of this little contraption I made from zip ties. If this works, it'll make it in the video. If it doesn't work, there's no way in hell I'm expressing to anyone that I ever did this. We're at the garage. We got the differential in the car a couple of days ago. It ended up being a quite the task of shimmy, align, and finally get it in. But it's there. We're happy. So everything else from here on out should be a little bit easier. So let's see what we can do. So, a couple of things I forgot. We need to put the shocks back on. So the front shocks are a bit leaky, nothing too crazy. So we might be able to still take it for a test, but the front driver is a little leaky, so we need to remount those. But other than that, everything's back in. The diff's in, the drive shafts are in. The nice thing now is you spin it, you spin the wheel, and you see that the other wheel spins with it. If I can see it from there. So that means the actual LSD is actually engaging. providing traction, as it should. So let's get those shocks back on. I still have to put the boot liner here, but honestly, considering we're going to do a quick shakedown, I think we'll probably leave that off to make sure, so we have access in case we need it. Take it for a quick spin around the block, shake down, and then if everything's all right, put it back together. Let's do this. So, we got her running. We got her running after all of that. Love, sweat, and tears, whatever the thing is. She is running. So, nice little road ahead, clear enough weather. Let's see how she do. Now the guy said it was going to be noisier. It was already pretty noisy to begin with, so I'm not sure I'm hearing it. Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah, she feels solid. She feels solid. Gotta get used to the pedal box in this. Where your feet go is so close together, it's really hard to remember how to heel toe when you're used to a big GR Yaris. But oh my god, the throttle response and the bumpiness. Now this wasn't supposed to be a review, this was supposed to be me test driving the car now that I got a new diff in. And yet all I want to talk about is how good it is. But as far as the diff goes, it feels solid. It's got the sintered plate upgrade over the carbon fiber, which the guy down in Road and Race said it would be noisier, but durable. And it's the cheapest upgrade. And I'm not sure I'm hearing oh, jackrabbit, don't be stupid. I'm not sure I'm hearing the extra noise. Again, the car is so loud to begin with. I'm really missing those heel toes. I'm gonna have to relearn this car a little bit. Haven't driven it in months. Oh, it's so sharp though. It's so good. All right, diff. How's the diff feel? It just feels right now. I'm not sure the car felt all that bad before the diff was taken out and serviced, but to be fair, it only started to make really bad noise when I stopped driving it. You know, the car felt okay. I didn't have any real issues. Then all of a sudden I noticed it was pulling. That's because it was basically one-wheel drive, or, you know, I'm not sure which wheel. It kind of decided on the fly. But it wasn't hitting both wheels when you hit the throttle, so it was weaving. Now it feels totally straight, very solid. There's still that whine, that diff whine, but you don't buy these cars for a quiet, you know, comfortable thing. You buy it because it's a race car. You buy it because it's a toy. And my God, is it a good toy. All right, I think this is a turn I usually like to make. No axis. Okay, we'll hit this right, see how it looks. You gotta be careful though, it's quite blind. Now this road can be a bit bumpy. They can all be a bit bumpy. God, I love that noise. And it's so sharp, it's so immediate. Woo! No construction, no construction. Thank God I'm not construction. So this road we gotta take it a little easy. It's not really wide enough to bang through those corners like that last road. In fact, I might just pull a U-turn and hit it on the way back. It really wasn't meant to be me going for a drive. It was meant to be a shakedown. But it's once you start driving it, oh my God, I just want to stay in it forever. So when I last drove the car, you could tell something was up. I was on the highway, I was on the motorway, it's going around 70, and if you tried to press the throttle between 60 and 70, you'd feel like it was leaning or pulling. Got it on the jack stands, and sure enough, if you put it in drive and grab one wheel, it wouldn't try to engage it. The LSD wasn't engaged at all. So completely burnt out, sent it down to the guys at Road and Race, put it back in, just finished it up, and it feels solid. It definitely isn't doing that pulling anymore. You know, low speed, I mean, the car was always so nimble that I don't know you can feel it. I get what he's saying about the noise. The whine is still there, and there's a hint more chatter when you let off and then get back on. But I think more importantly, when you're actually in first gear or trying to get it moving around town and that, it is way smoother. There's way less of a lurch and a jolt. You know, it still has that buck that these cars are kind of known for, but it's so much more manageable. And I think that was the diff showing that it was on its way out, and I just kind of figured it was a problem with the car, or rather a quirk of the car. But no, I'm pretty sure that was the car trying to tell me something's up, we need to get this service. But hey, no harm, no foul. This thing is a blast. So plans for the car, I want to do a review of this car and actually make a full review and kind of how I ended up with it, and, you know, why I ended up with it. I think it's a really quirky car for a lot of people to imagine you buying. But before I do that, I want to get the thing fully up to full driving spec. Right now I know that the driver's side coilover has a small leak in it. Now I was going to get it serviced only to find out the front shocks are mismatched from whatever owner before me, I guess, just used what was on hand. So the car doesn't really suffer from that. It's leaking, and I don't want to just get it serviced and have a mismatched set. So I have a set of nitrons on the way, which I'm very excited for. Nitrons with the Jack Webb Motorsport kit or spec or tune, whatever you want to call it. Those should be here in a couple of weeks. I'll slap those on. That should be easy peasy, and then the car should be ready for just a year of driving. I'm really excited. You know, given how this car feels, it's not overheating, it's not doing anything weird. I might actually want to track it. You know, I have the GR. Oh, hold on, this is the right time for this. I'll tell you what, that engine likes to ring out. It's the best sounding Fiesta engine ever. Brakes feel solid. Glad I didn't ruin them. Oh, so good. But yeah, once I got the shocks on, oh, hello sheep. Now these suckers have a tendency to wait and then run. But there you go, those guys are a little smarter. But yeah, I've been wanting to get the GR on track, but you know, when it comes right down to it, that's my daily. I would like to track it at some point, but I feel like it shouldn't be a priority when I have something like this, where I can drive it, absolutely beat on it, and if something breaks, you just shove it in the garage and fix it, you know. Not to mention, components on this thing are so much cheaper than the GR. But yeah, I'm happy. She's finally back on the road. She finally feels solid. Big plans for her. No better way to explore this view. Ooh, look at that guy. Wonder if you mind me popping in. I'm not going through that. He's a crazy person. But yeah, I think we're gonna do a little U-turn, hit this road back. But that's my test run done. We'll do a ride back. We'll have some fun, and hopefully I'll make another video and won't be too lazy to not do that. Hope you enjoyed.